So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice.
You know what? We're just gonna go in here. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do the class trial. Let's go. Let's go, bro. Let's go. We're gonna do this all in the same episode. Let's go. Let me get a bite of the sandwich, man. A little sandwich is chilling. Of course, you want to talk. So, is everyone ready to what? Am I blind or are we missing someone? Who are we missing? Oh, Toko.
Yo. Yeah, Toko's not here.
And Toko is?
You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding! I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here. Kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. Just like she said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him. God damn. Look at her. I just told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible. You're terrible. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, let's go to the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Well, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. You! He did it! He did it. Chihiro Fujisaki. She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problem with it. Someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. That murder is one of us. Someone standing right here. Do I need to talk to everybody? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Let me talk to Toko. Okay. Alright, then let's get on with the trial, I guess. What are you gonna say, Byakuya? Gave you plenty of work with. Show us how far you're logic. I don't trust him. Alright, let's do this trial, man. But I know choice, right? We have to do
It's true.
Yes. Give a small nod and reply. One last deep breath, I walk toward the elevator. Each step toward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. Couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop circulating. So Hold on, y'all. Hold on. So... They had a promise they kept. He would keep her secret because he knew she was Genocide Jack, I'm sure. And now she thinks she did it. She probably thinks she did it because she has that dissociative personality disorder or whatever. So she probably believes that she did it, but she... I don't think she did. I think he's just trying to get himself up out of here. Because if he's correct, then we all die. And he gets to live. Yeah, we're gonna get you up out of here. It's Byakuya. You killed her. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. So finally, came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with.
Very nice.
Good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
drills,
Everyone,
drills,
please find your
drills.
assigned seats. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Until the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. You want to save the data? Yes. Save it. Yeah, we're gonna do this whole thing in this whole video. We're gonna do this in the whole video. All right. Okay, let's get this preparation going. Let's see what true bullets we got. 16. We have 16. Oh, disappearing stain. I don't know what that has to do with anything, bro. For real. She died a different way. Not the same way. Those were flipped. Maybe. Oh, hold on. Maybe her body was carried in there. It's Byakuya. It's Byakuya. Yeah. Change the carpets. Yeah, Byakuya. She was killed in the boys' locker room. She was killed in the boys' locker room. She never hung out with the girls. Remember that? She was killed in the boys' locker room, and he took the posters, flipped them because there was blood on it. You can't leave that poster in the boys' locker room with the blood. Yup, and then he had to switch through the covers, things, and damn, son. Damn, son. Okay. Yeah. All right, I got it. It was Byakuya. Definitely Byakuya. 100%. Set skills? What do you mean? Lost in thought. Increases the time limit for each phase, effective during the class trial. Cost 3 SP. Oh, what else do I have? Real liberation. Focus gaze decreases more slowly during concentration and fever time. Effective during the non-stop debate. Hangman's Gambit. Alright, Melody's voice. Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Yeah, get that. Vocabulary. Increase bullet capacity. Effective during the bullet time battle. No. Yeah, let's do that. Vocabulary and that. Okay. I only have 13. Okay, let's go with those two. Finish breath. Let's go, y'all. Let's solve this case. We know who the murderer is.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
we all die.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Freaking dumbbell. First, you have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. The dumbbell, come on, bro. Make your argument.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the MONOKUMA,
how do I shoot?
The killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument?
No. How do I shoot?
Instrument could it have been?
Triangle? I think you have some proof that contradicts what I said. Oh, no. My bad. Okay, so triangle is to shoot. My fault.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the MONOKUMA file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Nope.
Interesting.
How did I miss?
That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Oh my god. I gotta shoot that junk super fast. Alright, come on. Go.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
According to the MONOKUMA file, the killer used a blunt instrument. What kind of...
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell? Found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood. And there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yes, why wouldn't we look at her head and we gotta figure out what's going on?
Yes! That's so creepy!
Oh, like idiots.
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
That fast?
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is
Genocide Jack.
the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
No, it's you. Hero has been added. So now inside the base. Would you like to hear it more? Okay, what? What's up? For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. What? Your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines. So think of them as obstacles in your debate. but there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the X button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. What the fuck? However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Okay. Well then, good luck and have fun. Hey, I gotta put a silencer on my gun now? Okay, so make your argument. What am I arguing? Genocide Jack case file. Okay. Okay.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no proof for it.
No, he's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
Oh, so shooting no silencer gives me extra time, so I should keep doing that.
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library. I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Oh my god, bro, I hate you.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Look, I guess if there's a case, large says no. Not mistaking is where the murder took place, how the victim was positioned.
I got it! Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
Right.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
No, wrong. That's not right. No, she wasn't. Hold on. I gotta text my mom real quick. Hold on. Okay. Cap.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
The real Genocide Jack is there, but she didn't do it.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes. In fact, it's Toko.
He's not lying.
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
Oh my god, HIFUMI.
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Alright, what's the next bullet? Hangman's Gambit. Uh-oh. I forget what this one is. What am I doing? Schizophrenia! Schizo! There you go.
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Yep.
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, so identity. I said personality. Identity.
Okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
One thing that shows Toko could have a split personality is that has to do with her behavior. She arrived late. Behavior changed.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different.
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine. The world has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom. I see a truth and a web of lies. She's basically saying how she's too. Let's go.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Not exactly. So she won't let her control.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
That's the promise.
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie.
He's framing her.
Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You
Guys.
I can't believe you lied!
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Oh, don't cry.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't keep our promise.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from
you talk a hell of a lot
could
this
you?
time. You did not talk this much last case.
I tried.
She's trying to put everybody against her.
I tried to control it.
She's not shaking me at all.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person?
Genocide Jack.
You don't mean...
Oh, is she about to flip? Toko's about to suddenly lunge backwards. Oh, ho, ho. A huge stud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second, she's back up. Ah!
Hello there! Is it me you were hoping to
Genocide
see?
Jill.
What the heck?
You standing right next to her.
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Ooh, I like
is
it.
this?
I like this.
What happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer, you should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
I love freaking eccentric characters, bro. So intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
Oh, bro.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murder scene just like that. This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation.
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds!
Oh my god.
Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true. How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless. I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town.
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
Oh, why's your tongue so long?
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
What's the motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack.
Probably wasn't.
If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre
Didn't kill him
fashion.
the same way.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster!
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need to get some more details about all this. The murders. She kills people with scissors and hangs them with scissors, bro. Status of the dead body. Alright, let's get it.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need?
Oh, that was the one, huh?
Give it up. You killed her.
Alright, so we gotta redo it. Gotta go through it again. Okay, the modus operandi. I don't know what that.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You
That's the second
say
time I've heard that
but do you
phrase,
really
modus operandi.
expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking!
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof
Son of
do
a-
we need?
It got in the way.
Give it up. You
Alright,
killed
we gotta
her.
go through it again.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone!
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Can I zoom?
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your the modus operandi matches completely.
Let's go.
Nothing's wrong.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, she's gonna panic.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh,
I don't have the
know?
proof.
Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
But now we gotta run around with Genocide
In
Jill?
a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference in the murders and the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases. Look at the neck and stomach. Here you'll see style.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way.
And they're all men.
According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. Second difference is related to how she was spinning. Yeah, she had a freaking extension cord. What was used to suspend her?
Got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them.
Serious, bro.
Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
I think she's gonna die next.
And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Who's Big Mac? Me?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Big Mac? Alright.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
What's up?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were
Oh, I
in
already
each
did that.
Genocide
Yeah, all
Jack
women.
case.
I mean, all men.
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
That's it. So on the inside, victims and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is they're all dudes. Figure out how much she couldn't kill. Chihiro was a lover. Good girl.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
They're all dudes. Told you.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
Oh my god.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly
love this.
explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
I'm surprised he's still keeping a school.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, Whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school.
So I got scissors on her at all times.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
What are they, under her like her skirt or something? She's always got them things on deck, bro.
She's fully equipped. That's right. So I can go anywhere, anytime. Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you. Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot.
I wish she was here the whole time.
Question anyway.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some
not just the
killer or
police.
whatever.
I go on, this is one person. One person who could have copied the genocide jack cases. Come on, bro, I already know who it is. Probably nervous as hell, let's see. Hell yeah, nervous as hell! Go ahead, catch this work.
Here's my answer.
Catch this work, Byakuya. Go out of here, bro.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents.
Yeah.
Or internal police records.
Uh-huh.
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened.
Hold on. One second.
1 hour later.
I'm back. Let's go ahead and get this thing finished up, man. Let's go ahead and get it finished up. All right, where were we? La. Okay. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened. Had it. Oh yeah, we were accused of Byakuya.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
It would have been free.
He rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it.
So are we gonna see Genocide Jill this whole time, bro? Because I need that energy. In my further playthroughs, but I feel like she's gonna die.
Glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Oh, she likes him too.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now.
When you straightforward jumped at me and saying, hey man, I want you on the case. I want you to help me.
The way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker room. Very suspicious. Indeed, what do you do? Oh, he said let's start.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
Except we found some evidence in the
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Here we go.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction with Byakuya said. I need to make it clear to everyone. The poster, there's been rugs, and the element has been added. Oh my god, there's more? Let's go. But like every trial, we're gonna get some new elements added. Called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your King Wits only. In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything, okay? Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, so we got a flashback. Make your argument. Monokuma following the two.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room, you absolutely take
Shut
it!
up, bro.
That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
You wish you'd taken me with you.
Okay. Hearing about his comment about Chihiro's being a girl, I realized it's a kid contribution. Because it doesn't make sense how you could have known it before you did it. Oh, that's what I was about to say. Okay. I need to make the contribution. Alright, let's go.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found... But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity to... That's unnatural!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
No, that's not the one I wanted. Sorry. Shoot. Sorry, I thought that was the one where he says the girl thing. My bad.
So, you said Byakuya was acting... But he was acting...
If you're presented with the opportunity... That's unnatural!
The victim, what so? Of course, I would suggest there was no time. What's so strange?
You wish you'd taken me with you.
So it's the first one that she says immediately?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
Okay.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
Okay.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a...
Okay.
No, it's wrong!
Turn up. Wow, this game is getting complicated.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
That's a huge hole.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
Let's be like his attitude. It's like he doesn't care. Oh, because he has the freaking thing. Or whatever. I don't know. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it doesn't.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you?
There is.
There is more to it. Think about it.
I know a lot more.
We just
Extension
talked
cord,
about the
all that.
differences between this case and the proof you're looking for is hidden.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit?
Difference between the case. I think the responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? I already know, bro. Okay, let's go. Do I gotta do the rewind thing again? Library desk.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors.
Oh no, I didn't mean to shoot that.
Scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
No, it's wrong.
Let's go. Let's get him up out of here, y'all.
I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say...
extension cord.
That extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
I'm glad I picked that up.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
Come on, bro.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this?
He's always trying to do this, bro.
I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. Yeah, it says right. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved?
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right?
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. Don't tell me you made the real Toko do it. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I at least accept what BYAKUYA said as the truth? No, he killed her in the boys' room. No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. Since he brought the scene of the crime, genocide, Jack's presence, scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that?
Oh, you getting agitated,
Even
huh?
in the world of disappointments, this is a true list. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later. Along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
That boy sweat! Look at him!
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
Oh, you mad.
I believe I do.
Maybe did you just... Did that just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, BYAKUYA has been so confident up until now. Maybe I never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
I got it. I got it on me. Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. I got it on me. There was something that was switched between the boys and girls' locker rooms. Yeah, there's a lot. There's the mat. There's the posters. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. 2 locker room posters.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Why you still got your scissors out? Put them away!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
Yes.
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker room. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Yup.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
Except it wasn't. No, the stain was scrubbed away. It was totally moved. It was moved. Boys' locker room carpet. Oh. Sorry.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime?
Well, she was killed there.
Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
She was the one that used Leon's thing.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
She did.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Is Hero really have gotten into the boys' locker room? Yes, dude. The e-handbook. Come on, bro. Leon's e-handbook. Broken e-handbook. Thank you.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah! I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Oh! He does know.
What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
How does he know about that?
That's wrong. No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
No, actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
No, bro. What, now they're gonna go towards me,
It
right?
seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
What if she was actually a girl this whole time? What if she was what if she was actually a dude this whole time? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya was the one who did it, really? But still, I don't know what else.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say?
It might be a dude.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way
She was
she
a
could have
dude.
gained access.
She was a he.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Take a break from the trial.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
She's good.
Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Damn, this trial is long.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Are you about to... You gonna grab his meat? So before I even knew what was happening, the trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom.
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Flat-chested.
Be sure to examine the entire body.
Examine her.
No, wait. It's probably best if I don't...
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just...
Very well. I'll do it.
Go ahead, Sakura.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
That's a dude, man.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go.
That's so cool.
I'm sorry, Chihiro.
That sucks.
Please excuse the intrusion.
Put our hands together in a group there. Sakura is gonna quiet.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
You got his meat in your hand. You got his meat in your hand.
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
It's the anime character. I was just staring widely at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is...
A boy.
Is what?
Is a boy!
Ah, yes, sir.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? You're joking, right?
Go ahead and touch
I
it if you
wouldn't
want.
joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
She might be the next one to go.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Oh, brother. She's too
I
good.
do
She is
apologize
so
for
good.
keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
You think that Chihiro was actually a guy? I thought it never even crossed
And
my mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
You knew this. That's why you took the handbook. You hid it.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
There he goes.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
What?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
So...
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
So you play with the
Well, I
dead
find
body?
it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
This is a long case,
You're
bro.
seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility, because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Okay, Spike. Okay, Spike. This is good writing right here. You trying to stump the detective, huh? Nah, I'm still get it. But Byakuya didn't do it. And who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy.
I got it!
The crime scene was the boys' locker room. You would need a boys' handbook to get in. The content was currently broken. The killer wouldn't have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. That's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Mondo? Celestia count?
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Oh, don't scare me like that.
Shoot!
Must be a constitution.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Might need to rewind out. Oh, let's see. Hold on.
Clues are one thing, but
Did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at... Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just...
I tried to slow it down.
In.
Damn it.
Game over,
Oh, it's R1, not
Game
L1.
over.
Oh, brother.
No! Not game over!
Yeah.
Isn't there a single clue? Well, did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at... Yeah.
It's over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No, it's wrong! I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd. Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
Mondo.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Mondo.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even...
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
You.
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who...
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Track jacket.
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
The jacket, track jacket really holds some blue. It was blue. Somehow it's really hard to believe. It was blue. What's the count?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
No!
Shoot!
I didn't mean... Alright. Got a photon.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that track. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what
I'm gonna
you're
go through the whole thing
saying
so I don't make a
is,
mistake.
the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
Why you had to say that?
I don't even have a tracksuit. Because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
He's right, but he said this one was really out. How did he know something?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed.
You ain't gotta tell me, I
on his
know
way to
what
go
to do. I'm just
exercise.
making sure, I had to make sure, you know?
So next we have. Why did he choose?
What do you mean? I got it! It matched the one that.
So, what? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
He said blue tracksuit. Nobody else knew it was blue. That's when we had it all there. Yeah.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Damn, Mondo, bro, you gotta be kidding me.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the
Well, all the
investigation.
idiots, like,
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry.
Are you talk so? How about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either.
no, you got it in a bag. Stuff the jacket in a bag right here.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand.
She's so good, bro.
It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Where are you pointing? He's right next to you.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Oops.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Oh, he did call, he said dude.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
It's so good.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Oh, bro.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
That's my bro!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
What is going on?
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
Oh, you got his handbook.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook.
I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Found it on the ground. Right. And it must belong to...
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
Marco was gonna pop
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
Oh, he's saying that to trigger Monokuma.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
For the handbook, there's only one possible explanation. Weak point. Yeah.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Mondo.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around.
What's up with this freaking song, bro?
So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
But Chihiro was ultimate hacker programmer, so they probably knew about it.
Indeed.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean
Or
by
that.
accident?
When they're in
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke?
Mondo.
They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook.
All their clothes and stuff. They give you so many like hints. I can choose myself. What the hell? Why would I ever?
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
So what was the whole point of everything else before, bro? If we get on this.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I don't believe either, but I found something that proves this beyond a shadow of a doubt. So he's the killer? Oh, I get 3 bullets? Broken handbrake.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Just fine.
No, I didn't.
See? Look!
I didn't want to do that.
Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
I don't want this bullet, bro. I didn't mean to do that.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook, that proves that...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Cap.
No, that's wrong.
Why'd they give me 3 bullets?
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
Right.
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Damn. Taka, I'm sorry, bro.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning. That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Closing. Ooh, I love these. I love these. Okay. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure about this one. I know that's correct. I'm not too sure. It gets shady in here. All right, so we're just gonna reenact and see.
The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
Okay.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Right.
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Okay.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
What? Okay, so put this here, and then
The killer is
that's it.
you.
That's it.
With bag in hand, Chihiro. She made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to get. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
That doesn't go there? Oh no! Oh no, bro! Okay, so that doesn't go there? So what goes here then? Oh, the blood everywhere. Oh, okay. He takes the poster down. I think this is wrong. I think that goes there, and it's like, scan. It goes inside. Once inside, they say he plasters it up. Okay, let's try.
Here's exactly what happened.
Oh man, let's see.
And attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Why did he do this though?
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
He's killed out of nowhere?
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster.
Nice.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no.
Like, why did he do this?
Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
So this man wanted... Is he in love with Jill? I mean, not Jill. I don't know. He just wanted everybody to die? The dad got it wrong. Everybody would have died.
After stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library. And then he got to work.
He tried to sabotage everyone.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo OWADA?
That's tough. Complete. Yeah.
Wait. No. This can't be be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah, where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Show us your handbook. If I guess I'm not sure where my account is at. That's how I do that. Everything. New element again, dude. All right, teach me. So a bit about fever time and the nega time. What? During a bullet time battle, if you press the R1 button, fever time will activate and the tempo will force to its max. Explain, if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. You can push X triangle, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of the time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got to access the special time, right? Wait, what? So we also prepared something called nega time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates nega time during the bullet time, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate fever time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use nega time. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh, we about to do that final confrontation thing. Me and Mondo. Oh, me and him. Oh, because he's defending him.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt.
What am I doing, bro?
I refuse to vote. I refute you. False.
What? No, really, nobody wants to hear what I have. Okay. Okay, rematch, redo.
Is this real?
I know. What do you say, give it another shot, yeah.
I refuse to give up yet.
Damn, dude, okay. That was really weird. I didn't understand the whole nega time. No, I know already. I was going in on him.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
Wow, bro, I kind of beasted that, huh? Damn.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that.
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Why though, bro? Tell us why, please. I got an A the whole time? C, ooh, final results. A. Yo, give me that. Chapter 2, results. A, we beat it. Okay, so tell us, please tell us.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Here we go. Mondo, bro.
What?
Oh, it's back to me now? Oh, I can read again? Okay. Hold on. Let me fix my ears. My little earrings so they keep itching.
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo OWADA!
Alright.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. KIYOTAKA chose the wrong answer.
Oh, he's gonna die.
You're trading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
I refuse to believe it. There's no way he could kill someone.
Sorry.
Damn.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing?
Oh, bro. Oh no, he's crying, bro.
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can
Hit the circle button to fast forward to the text. Alright, whatever. I just want to hear it. Let's go. Come on.
Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into the weakness. That weakness, to take on that fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now, Owaida will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
Inferiority complex. That is what Mondo said in the beginning.
I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killer game had begun, here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge.
Oh, that you're a boy?
Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack. The armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before.
No, they wouldn't.
Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later? After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
That's not gonna happen within 24 hours, bro.
And knowingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger, accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it. Damn.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me.
Yep, it sure was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret.
uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become stronger. That's supposed to be Monokuma. Okay. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must be why Mondo did what he did. To keep his promise he'd made to Chihiro.
Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
Oh, that was right for me.
I could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret?
Headset disconnected. What the fuck? There's no headset connected. Just a micro PS can't. Okay. There's no headset connected.
Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see?
Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Sad, bro.
Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you?
Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone.
You're wrong!
It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's acts, that's all there is to it. What is he?
Well, while we're here on the subject, why don't I tell you?
Uh-oh. Is he gay?
That embarrassing memory, the secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey,
You know what Mondo did?
Oh, something that they did? Oh, shit. He killed his own brother.
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place is because of a certain someone.
His brother?
Mondo's other brother's name was Daya Awada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang. And before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peach and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul.
You got jealous of your brother? The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad.
Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top.
And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race.
Crazy Diamond, that's the name of their group? Their gang?
But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly...
Oh, Daya saved him and sacrificed himself. Dang, bro, that sucks.
Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words.
My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry.
Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened.
Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Cause it's the team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men.
Dang.
He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang. In order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed.
That's not cool.
That became the explanation for what had happened. Mondo's life became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Strong.
And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful MONOKUMA announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own brother, his own older brother.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all that guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo. After I saw what MONOKUMA had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say. But after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turns itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that CHIHIRO asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret.
Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry I lied to you. Why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I've wrapped myself up in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I shouldn't just say it? I should just say it?
What?
You saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness and try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Oh, you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something loud. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you!
You son of a bitch!
And stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him, down on the ground. Hey!
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been.
Because you ran from it rather than confronting him.
Thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
You killed your friend. Mondo, he was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was the secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like this, like his, and it turned him cold-blooded.
Look at him. You see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Cause I sure don't.
You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again. I dare ya!
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing?
You kid me.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo.
No,
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Damn, dude. Am I not gonna get a satisfying verdict? Like conviction? Mondo, bro, why? The freak? Is he gonna crash? The cage of death? Oh my god. What is it doing? Bro, what's happening? Did you disintegrate him or something? What the f... Oh, bro. That's disgusting. He melted? Turned dude into butter? Ah, man, bro, I don't feel good about nothing. Can I get a satisfying verdict next chapter, bro? Oh, man. Okay. Alright, my throat's starting to take a toll, bro. It's starting to hurt. Alright, I'm gonna have to read these normal. I have to read this normal. This is like the end anyway. Alright. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Oh, he's gonna attack Monokuma. That's so sad, bro. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya.
What is this?
You're completely insane. You know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that? He also played with the body. Of course I do. Because this game is life or death. I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have any response except that I just don't understand why. Why'd you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it's made things more interesting. His voice was calm and motionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. Spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After you're gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool, he didn't have the slightest idea that I seen him.
Wow.
So you're saying he knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed, but better than the end of it. How boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have that answer revealed right at the beginning. This is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use it. But damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for.
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied? Yes.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next. You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. Somebody's watching. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to turn on all this despair.
What the heck?
Damn it! Agreed. I don't understand why you have to take apart every little stupid thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as a victor. And then everything will
Ooh, how exciting!
I think this is the start of the
That's enough.
Shut up. Let me just say this. After I have achieved something with your evidence, I'm going to find you and kill you.
In the name of my family.
You're getting all riled up!
Ooh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. So we get to keep Jill out here. That's cool. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom and the curtains closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, I felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot.
Who's he talking to?
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring?
How that girl went and killed someone?
Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it.
Huh?
Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Who are you talking to?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing
As
I like
long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? 16th high school student. Huh? Who the hell? Who is he talking to?
My. You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied, and nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Huh? So there's a secret 16th student. Chapter 2, Boy's Life is Despair. 10 students left. Dang, son.